What's up, everybody? This is Goldmouth with Digital Paper Crypto. Today, I'm going to drop a short video on y'all about creating tokens on these apps that they have available for you. And I learned a lot during my experience with my first project here, and I'm going to share these findings on with you. That way, you won't do the mistakes that I did, and it'll save you time and money on your project. First off, don't go trying to save money anywhere. If you are serious about your project and you're not trying to do a scam, do not try to sit there and save money. Go on and spend your money. What I did, when I first minted my token, I went with DXL or DX Mint, whatever you want to call them, okay? Minted the token. They didn't charge too much. That's what drew me to them. Trying to save a little money. But they keep 1% of your total supply. That's a strike right there. Fast forward, I go and get the smart contract audited. I get a KYC ran on myself, getting smart contract audited. And it's all done by Solid Proof, which is a company out of Germany. Great group of people. They're easy to work with, and I highly recommend them. But anyway, back to the DXL ordeal. Whenever my audit came back, it had a highly critical security threat. How the smart contract was, anybody could go in through there and bypass stuff, and they could alter the fees on my token. And they could sabotage the project and it all looking like I'm doing it. So that was not good. And I reached back out to DXL or DX Mint. They have yet to give me a response, y'all, and it's been months. They won't try to refund or reimburse nothing, y'all. So I highly do not recommend them. You know, if you ain't got some people that'll give you a good product and then at least give you decent customer support, you don't need to mess with them. But fast forward to the next one. I'm already out some money, so I said, I got to really save now. I went with DeFi Launch, .app. The initial report came out all right, but upon further investigation, they didn't have anywhere in the contract for you to enable trading. And so it all had to be done through your whitelist. So that means for anybody to move my token around, I would have to take every address and put them on the whitelist. I tried to reach out to them, zero luck. I'm telling y'all, man, these companies like that, I did not like that at all with this customer support. It drove me crazy. Y'all almost sit there and backed out of my project for a minute. But I said, you know what? I'm going to dust myself off and keep this thing moving. The last people I went with, and I would recommend this company, and I know there's other ones out there, not knocking the ones that I did not mention, but this is who I went with, and they did great. It's 20lab.app. With them, it has all the bells and whistles you could want on a token. You can make this token as simple or as complex as you want. Has a great dev dashboard once you create it. It is easy to work with, and it costs more. Don't get me wrong, but you pay for what you get, y'all. The audit came back, and the only things that was on that audit was stuff that I had done. Like I enabled a blacklist in case I wanted to keep some bots from messing with my token or anything like that, or in case I get some trouble going, I can blacklist somebody, and my ownership isn't renounced. And I'm not renouncing ownership yet because I'm doing a pre-sale, and then once I launch it, I want to make sure everything's running smooth on it before I pull the plug on it like that. So I still want to have my hands where they are able to do something. But 20lab, y'all, is a nice setup for your token. It'll do as much as you want it to do. Has auto add to your liquidity. Has auto burn. It has a reflection system, and you can choose in reflection whether you get rewarded in the native token like BNB or Ether or whatever, or in your own token, or you can reward them in any token. If I'm not mistaken, you just put in the contract address and it'll reward them in that token. And also on your dev rewards and all of that, you can set it up to where you can have rewards going to up to 5 different wallets. That is amazing there. It's all on. You can get it as simple or as complex as you want it. I didn't use a lot of the features like the 5 wallets and all of that. Me and my team, we're all going to be going from eating out the same plate, so it ain't going to bother us one bit. But y'all do your research on these tokens before you sit there and use these apps. Check the customer support. You might want to act like you already made one just to see if you can get somebody, because 9 out of 10, they're either going to be a no-show or a slow show. And it's just something to think about, because I know a lot of this stuff is critical. Time is of the essence, and not to mention the security risk. Like I said, with DXL, that sit there and cost me a lot of headache and all, and they have yet to even respond or acknowledge it. But thank you for your time. Remember, you mint a token. Use a reputable brand or place. Just do your homework, check on your stuff, and make sure this is what you want before you dedicate that money. Because once you send that crypto, you're liable to not hear from them again. So make sure the token is what you need it to be. Thank you for your time, and y'all have a good one.